Good afternoon, Rocket the Dog Show. Let's watch Pam Bundy roast Adam Schiff.
California right now
You
is
are
through
aware,
the roof.
Ms. Bondi,
Your robberies are
Bondi,
87% higher than the national
my question
average.
is this.
That's what I
My
want to be
question is this.
focused on, Senator.
Do you have the
if I'm
power to say
confirmed as
no to the
Attorney
president?
General.
And what you're suggesting to
Ooh, man, just freaking cooked. She cooked. Ladies and gentlemen, Adam Schiff regularly leaks on his colleagues.
Can you tell us, can you tell him that Donald Trump lost the 2020 election? Can you say that? Do you have the independence to say that? Do you have the gravitas, the stature, the intestinal fortitude to say, Donald Trump, you lost the 2020 election? Can you tell us that here today?
Senator, what I can tell you is I will never play politics. You're trying to engage me in a gotcha. I
No,
won't
I'm just
do it.
asking you a simple
I
question.
won't play
If you can
politics
speak truth
with any
to
ongoing
power.
investigation,
So let me ask you another.
like you did leaking your colleague Devin Nunes's memo.
If you can't answer.
Like you did leaking your colleague Devin Nunes's memo. He did leak the Nunes memo. He did so to destroy the Russiagate investigation that proved that it was all fraudulent. And it was actually Adam Schiff probably not getting an erection incited. Unless he's into that kind of thing.
And my nephews, Justin, who just got a 4.0 at UVA, Rex, great college tennis player, Brad, great tennis player. Is Rhea here? And my niece, my beautiful niece, Rhea, and the little guy is in school because he's 10. My friends, Leslie, Kathy, Dina, Tiffany, Kim, Paula, and so many of my former coworkers. And Ranking Member Durbin, if you want to get dirt on me, these women have known me since I was a child. Seriously, most of them. So thank you for indulging me in that. They've all made a very long trip to be here. And thank you for holding my hearing as well and not postponing it. I appreciate that. Thank you all. From the moment I interned at the state attorney's office in Tampa, Florida, all I wanted to do was be a prosecutor. The Supreme Court certified me, and I had 4 jury trials while still in law school. Lost most of them, but had 4 jury trials and never wanted to do anything else. I continued my career there, trying everything from DUIs, domestic violence cases, capital murder cases. The whole gamut. I became a lead trial attorney in courtroom every day trying career criminals, was deputy chief of a division, and then ultimately was felony bureau chief, and eventually left to become Florida's 37th Attorney General for the state of Florida. Nothing has impacted my career more than my experience as a state prosecutor, because I got to know and still keep in touch with many victims and their families from when I was a prosecutor. Upon becoming Attorney General in 2011, I proudly served for 2 terms. I was term limited. I would probably still be there right now had I not been kicked out of office by term limits. I loved being Attorney General. I did my best to keep Florida safe, to continue to stand up for victims of crime, and to fight the opioid crisis and the drug crisis that was not only facing Florida, but this entire country. Out of the top 100, this is one of the things I'm the most proud of, oxycodone dispensers in the entire country, I believe it was 98 of them, 90 or 98 of them, lived in Florida. We fought for tough legislation. Kids were dropping dead every day. We fought for tough legislation, and after that legislation, none of those opioid dealers, doctors, practiced in Florida. We fought to eliminate human trafficking by raising awareness and prevention and talking to parents and talking to children. We also provided critical resources, including safe houses, that my state was lacking. On the civil side, we worked to protect consumers. We tackled everything, including off-label prescription marketing, which affects, as you know, many, many people who can't afford prescriptions as well.
The problem is I just came from Florida. I'm in a wheelchair. and I got my leg amputated due to an automobile accident above the knee, along with a lot of lifelong other injuries that plagued me from fighting my whole life to wrestling to playing football to breaking bricks with my head and to becoming a drug addict and then getting hit by a vehicle. I am in need of pain medication and I take it responsibly. I've taken it for the past 35 years. The problem is in Florida, you can't get any. So they went from one extreme of the spectrum to the other extreme, and I kind of hate that about Florida. You walk into a doctor's office, and if they're a Medicaid or Medicare provider, they have this big sign that says, "We don't hand out controlled substances," right off the bat, and they controlled this Controlled Substance Act that she spearheaded, and indeed, she did clean up the pill mills, and they needed to be cleaned up. But then at the other end, she's restricted doctors' hands where they don't even want to give their patient a pain pill if they're in total necessity of it. A lot of older people are, you got to have basically stage 4 cancer, not even stage 3, stage 4 cancer to obtain prescription medication in Florida by Medicaid or Medicare.
We partnered with states' attorneys general from both parties and federal agencies across administrations. We went after price gougers during hurricanes. If confirmed as the next Attorney General of the United States, my overriding objective will be to return the Department of Justice to its core mission of keeping Americans safe and vigorously prosecuting criminals. And that includes getting back to basics: gangs, drugs, terrorists, cartels, our border, and our foreign adversaries.